Ooh, y'all, look how good my hair looks. That is how you're gonna gain some length. We're gonna take a Kroger bag. Kroger, Publix, whatever you want. Maybe not do Target, you know. Look at that definition. If it ain't you, will, I don't want it. If it ain't you, will. If it ain't you, will. If it ain't you, will, I don't want it. It makes sense of what I've been through. I know your promises always come through. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video, I am going to be teaching you guys how to properly pre-poo for hair growth. So I actually went back and looked at my older videos, and I don't think I have ever shared a pre-poo video on my channel. Probably because pre-pooing isn't something that I do often anymore, but when I first started my natural hair journey, it was something that I did every single wash day, and it transformed my hair. I used to struggle so much with breakage and dryness and just the manageability of my hair during wash days, and pre-poos were a lifesaver. And I noticed that a lot of my followers are in that stage of their hair journey, so I think this video is going to be very helpful. So I did mention a couple weeks ago that we'll be taking a break from hair reviews. Number one, because my hair needs a break, but also because hair educational content has been highly requested on my channel lately, especially in recent videos. Tons and tons of comments of just basic general hair care questions, and I feel like doing a couple of videos teaching you just kind of the basics of hair care and hair growth is going to be very helpful. All right, so if you want to learn how to properly pre-poo so that you can get your growth, make sure you keep watching. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, click the subscribe button, put your notifications on so you don't miss any uploads. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram for daily content, and check out my hair care line. She's made, rebrand is out. If you're looking for some products to help promote growth, we're also going to be using some of those products today in this pre-poo routine, so don't miss out. All right, let's get started. So like I said, I don't do pre-poos often, but this head right here is a mess. It definitely needs a pre-poo right now. Otherwise, the wash day is about to be awful. I've been wearing my hair in a bun for like the past 5 days, and I did try a new part style, which I really like. I just think it requires a little bit more maintenance to stay slick than a regular middle or side part, but I digress. Okay, so while I split my hair into sections, let's talk about what a pre-poo actually is and how is it beneficial to promote hair growth. So a pre-poo is a step that is done before your shampoo stage and your wash day, which is why it's called a pre-poo. So the main purpose of a pre-poo is to make your hair easier to work with during wash day. And the most common way to do this is to do a pre-poo that helps to instill a lot of moisture. When you do a wash day, you are manipulating your hair a lot. So when you do a pre-poo that helps to hydrate your hair, it leads to less breakage during this highly manipulative process, and that can do wonders at helping you to retain more length so that your hair can actually grow and be longer. But a pre-poo is also a great way to address any specific concerns that you have with your hair prior to a wash day. So for example, if you struggle with a dry or flaky scalp, you need to detoxify your hair, you want to do some sort of protein treatment to help strengthen your strands, or again, if you just want to help increase the moisture of your hair because it's just super dry or super old and you want your wash day to be a lot easier. I know it's an extra step, but pre-poos actually make your wash days shorter if done correctly, because your hair is more easier to work with, softer, more manageable, and that makes everything go faster. So today my pre-poo is going to focus on instilling moisture and nourishment, which I feel like is a typical pre-poo that any type 4 girl should do. So there are several pre-poos that you can do. You can do a bentonite clay mask, you can do an apple cider vinegar if you want to address the scalp, you can do a deep conditioner first as your pre-poo instead of deep conditioning afterwards, you can do a hot oil treatment, and I have videos on a few of these on my channel and I will link them for you to see. But today we're going to do a mix of the deep conditioning and hot oil treatment pre-poo because my hair really needs some hydration, but I also want to nourish my strands a little bit. So I'm going to start by taking my deep hydration mask from my own hair care line, She's Made. This is specifically designed to infuse a lot of moisture into the hair. It has ingredients like hydrolyzed silk and soy protein, which is a great combo for moisture. But it also has some really nice oils in there that can really replenish and revive your hair. So I'm just going to take a good amount and I'm going to apply it thoroughly to my hair from roots to ends. Just really massaging the product. And by the way, my hair was stretched for my last style. I blow dry my hair, so that's why it's not in its natural texture, which actually makes this a little bit easier. Like, my hair is just fully absorbing that hair mask. I love how I can create my own products, you know? A key part of the pre-poo that we are doing is I want to really open up my hair cuticles and allow this to be a true treatment. That way my hair can really absorb the product and all the ingredients can really penetrate into my hair strand so I get maximum results. So in order to do that, I need heat. So today I'm going to be using my steamer. If you don't have a steamer, that's totally fine. You can just spray your hair with some warm water before applying the mask and you will get similar results. But I'm going to use a steamer because I really want to make sure that the heat is thoroughly distributed into my hair for maximum absorption. Then I'm just going to start at the ends and just slowly let that heat really mix with the hair mask. And I'm just going to do this until my hair is fully reverted. Because if my hair is reverted, then that means that my hair has fully absorbed all the water and the heat from the steamer to go back to its natural state from being stretched. So that takes about 60 seconds, I would say. Going slow through the section, taking my time. Now I'm going to take a little bit more of the hair mask, just a little bit, and apply it to my hair because I'm actually just going to go ahead and detangle since my hair is in the perfect setup for detangling. It's warm, it's soaked in product, and this hair mask actually, I designed it to have a lot of slips so you can replace your conditioner with this. I'm all about multi-use products so you don't have to buy like 50 products to get a good hair care routine. So we're just going to run the brush through the hair. Just a couple passes, but you can see that heat and that mask have already just made my hair so slippery. So any shed hairs that I have are just being pulled out. And like I said, we're going to be doing a mix of the deep conditioning pre-poo and the hot oil treatment. I do have a video of a hot oil treatment on my channel. So I'm going to take my essential hair oil and I'm going to add a good amount of this to the section as well as my scalp. So I'm first going to add some to my scalp because this has rosemary and lavender, which is going to help promote blood circulation. And I'm just going to do a very mini scalp massage. And I'm going to just hold the section. That way I can massage my roots without tangling them up since we just detangled our hair. Just for 10-15 seconds just to really get that into my scalp. And then I'm going to take a nice amount and apply it on my hair and just work it through the section. This also has castor oil, macadamia, sweet almond, grapeseed, which is going to really help to seal that moisture into my hair while it's sitting. And also those oils have strengthening properties, help with shine, etc. So overall, it's just a really good combo. My hair already looks completely different. And I'm just going to twist this section up for now, just to keep it out the way. And now we just repeat.
Love like a mountain that cannot be moved. Just as an eagle, I found freedom in you, a peace which brings me through, deserving of worship in spirit and truth. The light of life shines through. Our greatest gift was you. Father, your love never ceases, even in the midst of my darkest days. Love, it flows like a river and never ever seems to run dry. So if all the breath in my lungs, I'll raise a hallelujah. So if all the breath in my lungs, I'll raise a hallelujah. Here in my house, the ways of your past don't define. Formed from the dust of this earth, true purpose was birthed. There is no promise that can be undone. I loved you that much that I deemed you worthy to receive my son. You saved me from the ways of this world, where Messiah reigns, everlasting love dwells. The one who is and will always remain. The wonders of Christ I still fail to explain. Father, oasis, even in the midst of my darkest days. Love, it flows like a river and never ever seems to run dry. So if all the breath in my lungs, I'll raise a hallelujah. So if all the breath in my lungs, I'll raise a hallelujah. When it take time to just stay right. Been a long while since I've been back to the place that raised me. And if it's okay, I'll just say that I was struggling. All the memories, they took me back. Oh, yeah. Now I've had pain and I've had so much sorrow, but I've had hope and the joy of tomorrow. I've had pain and I've had so much sorrow, but I've had hope and the joy of tomorrow.
Okay guys, all done. That only took about 20 minutes. Definitely think having the proper products helped make this go faster. Just saying. I'm literally out of this deep conditioner, but I've had it way longer than it's been available. I've used it a billion times. So I'm happy to know I get a lot of uses out of it before it's gone. But just look at that definition, you guys. My hair looks so good. I cannot wait though till I'm able to grow my hair out in the front enough to cut out this heat damage. It's so annoying. It's just not long enough yet. Thankfully, when I wear wash and goes and stuff, this curls up to where it's not super noticeable, but just looking at it wet, it's really annoying. Like, look at that. The difference in that. It's probably gonna be another 6 months before I can cut it off. But thankfully it's only in the front, and I keep my hair short in the front anyway, so it's not like it's gonna affect my hair growth journey. Now that we're done with this, I'm actually gonna let this sit in my hair with some more heat to really let everything from the deep hydration mask and essential hair oil penetrate my hair. You don't have to do this. You can rinse it out and you can start your wash day, but I am going to, mainly because I have not eaten today and it's like 1 p.m. and I want to take a little break and go ahead and get something to eat. So that's why we're going to do this as well. So I'm going to show y'all how to do this. It's the same way that I deep condition, which I don't think I've explained in a while. So, okay. So first, I'm just going to put my hair in a bun. Doesn't have to be neat. Or you know what? We're going to do a ponytail. We're not going to do a bun. I'm going to leave my ends out. That way it's easier for the heat to penetrate my ends. So I'm just going to do a loose ponytail. Just like that. We're going to take a Kroger bag. Kroger, Publix, whatever you want. Maybe not do Target, you know, but take one of these bags and just put it over your head. And tuck your hair in. Then I'm just going to twist it in the front and just form like a little knot and tuck it in. Then the last part is the heat. So there are several ways you can do this. I'm going to use a deep conditioning cap. I've had this one for years. I also have one linked in my personal Amazon storefront, which is going to be linked in the description. Super affordable. I would highly recommend getting one. It makes your life easier. And like I said, it's affordable. Put it on my head like this. Now what I'm going to do is leave this on the same amount of time that I do deep conditioning, which is at least 30 minutes with heat. If you don't use any heat, I would say at least 60 minutes. With the deep hydration mask, I highly recommend using some heat with it. But you're probably like, Brittany, what do I do if I don't have a deep conditioning cap? So another option is same thing with your Kroger bag, but sit under a hooded dryer. That is gonna give you the same effect. And finally, if you're like, I don't have any of these fancy tools, all you have to do is Kroger bag, then put on a scarf, put on a bonnet. If you only have a scarf, that's fine. If you only have a bonnet, that's fine. If you have both, recommend putting them on both. And the heat that naturally comes off your scalp and body will be trapped under that Kroger bag, that scarf, and that bonnet, and that will really help to heat up your hair and penetrate it. And it has a very similar effect to using a deep conditioning cap or a hooded dryer, but just make sure you have something over that Kroger bag that can help to lock and trap in the heat that your scalp naturally produces. So we're gonna let this sit with the heated cap, and I will be back. Okay guys, I'm back. It's been about an hour. I also took a shower, which is why I changed. So while I took a shower, I just took this off and kept the bag on. You know, I'm a girl, I take hot showers, so the steam from the shower helped as well. But we're about to go ahead and just take this off and see what my hair is looking like. My hair is super warm to the touch, which is good. Ooh, y'all, look how good my hair looks. Y'all see that definition? That is exactly what we want. All right, so now let's go ahead and transition to a different location. We're gonna do it at my kitchen sink today. We're gonna rinse this out and finish my wash day, and it's gonna be super quick because we did most of it with the Pre-Poo. So let's go ahead and rinse my hair out. Since this is not the end of my wash day, I'm not gonna rinse my hair out with cool water. I'm gonna do like lukewarm water. So slightly cooler than I normally would when I'm washing my hair regularly, but not like as cold as I would if I was rinsing out deep conditioner for like the last step of the wash day. Last time I thought the water was warm enough and it definitely wasn't, so I'm just gonna wait for it to heat up this time. All right, this should be good enough, so let's go ahead. Now I'm gonna really take my time and really make sure that I am getting all the product out of my hair. You wanna make sure you do that with every single step in your wash day. And once the water starts turning clear, that's pretty much how you know that all the product has been thoroughly rinsed out. So now, we just did a pre-poo, which means that the next step has to be the poo or the shampoo. So we're gonna be using the Refresh shampoo. This is perfect because I just did a pre-poo to instill all that moisture. So having a hydrating shampoo like this is gonna make sure that we can keep all that moisture that we work so hard to get into our hair, but also cleaning our hair as well. I'm gonna take a nice amount and apply it to my hair. Now the reason why this step is also super important is that we put a lot of oil in our hair, and so while that is good for a treatment, we want to make sure we get all that oil out of our hair. That way we're just left with all the benefits of the oil but not the oil itself. You don't want to finish your wash day with oily hair because oil is very hydrophobic. So it's going to prevent all the products that you add into your hair after your wash days, like your leave-in conditioners, stylers, all that, from actually getting into your hair and absorbing so that you can get the full benefits of those products. And that's why it's important to shampoo, not just rinse your hair with water. That way the shampoo can grab all of the oil and pull it out of your hair, because water won't do that because oil and water don't mix, but shampoo is specifically formulated to remove all the dirt and build up in bad oils and all that in your hair. I'm also gonna really get this on my scalp as well because we put oil on our scalp. The peppermint and tea tree is giving me a nice cooling sensation, but this is also gonna help soothe any itchiness you feel, help to reduce any dandruff or flakes that you have. And I'm also, again, working it through my hair all along the hair strands as well. Don't just focus on your roots. This formula is hydrating. It's not going to strip your hair, but we want to get rid of all that oil. This is especially important if you just do a hot oil treatment. You want to make sure that you thoroughly are cleansing your hair afterwards. Oil is meant to seal in moisture, so you should not apply it or have it in your hair before you've applied any other products. It should be the last step to lock everything in. And I'm making sure that I'm pulling my hair down like this to keep it all in one direction as I cleanse, that way it doesn't tangle back up. I think we're good. So now let's go ahead and rinse this out. Same temp that we just rinsed out the Pre-Poo. Gonna make sure I get all the shampoo off my scalp. So again, that shampoo has grabbed onto the oil in my hair, so we want to make sure we really rinse all that shampoo out so the oil comes with it. It's also super important for the scalp because too much oil on your scalp can actually cause flakes and dandruff and buildup because your scalp naturally produces an oil called sebum. And if you add oil on top of your sebum, that is what causes an overproduction of oil on your scalp, which is what causes those flakes and that dandruff. It's just like the solidified sebum on your scalp because too much has been produced, if that makes sense. All right, and there we go. Then finally, I'm just gonna run some conditioner through my hair just because I personally, while my hair doesn't feel dry or stripped or anything because of the shampoo, I personally just like to always end my wash days with some sort of condition. So since I use the pattern steamer, I'm just gonna go ahead and use their intensive conditioner. And honestly, I'm just gonna apply it through my hair. I've literally had this bottle for over a year, and I'm just now running out, especially on these like ends. That's where I really want it. And I'm running my fingers through my hair, just pulling it down because we don't want our hair to retangle. So I'm gonna leave this in my hair for like 3 minutes, and then we're just gonna rinse it out. All right, I'm back. Let's go ahead and rinse this out and finish this wash day up. Now, this is the end of our wash day, so I'm gonna go on cooler water, not cold, but cooler, to really help seal all that moisture in. My hair feels so defined, that's crazy. Really making sure we get all of that product out. I honestly feel like it's harder to completely rinse out product in the sink. I don't know, just doing it upside down. I don't know, I feel like I missed spots, but when we just keep going until that water is clear, I'd say one more overall rinse and we should be good. So we're just gonna squeeze as much water as I can out of my hair. All right, then grab my hair turban, of course. Please get a hair turban. If you get nothing else from this video, this is the one thing I want you to get. I'll hook it in the back. All right, we are good to go. All right, see the final results. Oh, this is crazy. Look at that definition. Look at that hydration. My hair is so soft, but it feels super, super defined. This is probably one of the best wash days I've done in a hot minute. My hair feels amazing. All right, so now to finish off my wash day, I want to make sure that I can keep this hydration in my hair as long as possible, which means that I'm going to be using a product that provides extra moisture but also helps to really lock and seal in that moisture. So I'm going to be going in with the leave-in butter, and I'm actually going to be doing some mini twists, so that's also going to help to make sure our hydration lasts as long as possible because it's a protective style. But this is going to make sure my hair is super shiny, super hydrated, and overall it stays moisturized. Y'all, this entire video that we just did, the main purpose was to instill moisture because that is the key to growing your hair, because it prevents breakage and you actually retain length. Most of y'all don't have a problem growing your hair, you have a problem with maintaining the length. Your hair is breaking off. So that is why we like to use this. So I'm actually gonna do this off camera because I am still trying to figure out how to do mini twists correctly. I will post a full video once I got the routine down. I know I have very high density thick hair, but for some reason my twists always look boneless. So I think I'm gonna try to go really small today, but I am gonna do them on wet hair. So I'm gonna go ahead and just apply a little bit all over my hair before I split my hair up into sections. That way my hair doesn't dry out as I'm doing the mini twist. And then I will apply a little more to each section as I go on. So I'm just gonna apply just that much. A little really does go a long way, so I don't need that much. And then other side, about that much. Oh, dropped it. About that much as well. And then I'm going to split my hair into sections. It's just going to take me a while, so I don't want my hair to dry out while I'm working my way through, especially the front parts. But I'm going to go in and add a little bit more to like each little section that I'm working in at a time. All right, so I'm going to do my mini twist and I'll be back to show y'all the final results. Okay, guys. Next day, so these are the final results of my mini twist with the leave-in butter. These look so incredibly shiny and juicy, and I like these way better than my previous attempt that I did like a month ago. So I actually did a lot smaller, probably like half the size that I did last time, and I did not part my hair except for just the middle, and I think it makes it look so much fuller. And I also stretched it a few minutes ago with the Rev Air before it was like up here. I definitely think next time I want to try it on blow-dried hair. I was just worried because I wasn't sure if it was going to be super full on blow-dried hair, and I just know as they get older they're going to get fuller, and they also will get a little bit longer because they're just going to get stretched out from me just doing my hair. But this is like one of the best protective styles that you can do for hair growth, and I specifically made sure I use this product because this is going to help to keep my hair hydrated for a long time, which is what you want in a protective style, because if you protective style dry hair, you're just going to get breakage. But if you can get that moisture and keep it in there for the entire duration duration of your protective style, that is how you're going to gain some length. And I also went back in after I finished my twist and put a little bit of the essential hair oil on my scalp and also on the ends of my twist to really lock in that moisture. Okay, do I think pre-pooing is necessary every single wash to grow your hair? Not necessarily. I definitely think that the healthier your hair is, the less often you actually need to do it. Again, when I first went natural, my hair was very unhealthy, very dry, so pre-pooing every single wash day helps my hair a lot and also helped with the manageability, so I got less breakage. But it's always something that I love to do every now and again if I just feel like my hair needs a reset, or if my hair for some reason is just super old and crusty and I don't want to have a time during my wash day. And I love doing a pre-poo with products that work for my hair because it just makes the entire process seamless and my hair turns out phenomenal. Alrighty guys, well that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, click the subscribe button, put your notifications on so you don't miss any uploads. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram for daily content, and check out my hair care line she's made. All the products I featured in this video are officially available, so definitely scoop yours up. And if you want a discount code, check out the video linked above here, my wash day with the hair care line, as there is a cute little discount code in the description that you are welcome to use. Also, make sure to comment any more hair educational videos that you want from me, anything that you're just looking to learn about hair growth or might be struggling with, because this is the direction we're going to be going for a minute, because that's the need that I see in my community at the moment. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.